welcome back to the Knitting Place podcast. This is podcast number 51.
51.
Almost catching up to me.
I was just going to say, maybe catching up to you, not me yet, though.
Podcast 51. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Dina. You can find me at The Knitting Place on Instagram, The Knitting Place on Facebook, and The Knitting Place on Ravelry.
How about theknittingplace@gmail.com?
If you need to reach me, you could reach me at theknittingplace@gmail.com.
And I am Pam Sepp on Ravelry and on Instagram, and Pam Seppians on Facebook.
And welcome back. And if you are joining us for the first time, welcome. We're happy to have you.
Yes.
All right, all official
Well, that stuff's out of the way.
Exactly.
So what's going on, Dina?
What's going on? It's been a banner week. We've got lots of new deliveries.
Yes, one delivery in particular that we're excited about, I know. But before we get into that, I mean, I don't know, what do you want to do?
What do you mean?
What's our first topic of interest? We just want to
Dive
shoot
right in?
the breeze for a while.
We could shoot the breeze. Pam just filled me in on a cute little story about her granddaughters.
Yes.
Are
Do you want me to say
it?
that? To make a long story very short, they were going to bed last night, and my daughter left the room, and the 4-year-old was upset, so I was holding her. She said, "Grandma, you're hurting me." And I said, "How am I hurting you?" And she could feel my underwire bra. And they started both playing with the underwire bra. And,
That's hysterical. I could just picture it. They're so, inquisitive.
They call your breasts boobies.
Okay.
And prior to that, Olive, the younger one, was touching me, and she's saying, "What is that, Grandma?" So my daughter said, "They're her private boobies." So the next thing I knew, they were all looking at amazement at my bra that's supposedly hurting my granddaughter, right? It was very cute.
It's amazing that they felt it.
Well,
It's a tight
wearing
hug.
a lot of... we had a customer that used to call them her girls, right?
Her girls.
What did she say, Barbara?
My girls.
Her girls.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah, I know. But in any event, just a cute story. So what else is going on?
What else is going on? I don't know. Well, why don't you just tell me what's going on instead of making me guess?
I don't know. I'm truly asking you. I don't know.
What's going on at home and home life,
anything.
personal
Is there
life?
anything interesting that you have to report?
Well, we planted seeds.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know you've been planting.
Yes, very excited about
Dinah decided this year she was going to grow her vegetables from seed.
Yes, so we're in the germination process. My mother-in-law wanted these giant pumpkin seeds.
Your mother-in-law?
My mother-in-law. So she's in Israel. My mother-in-law lives in Israel, and she wanted the giant pumpkin seeds, which grow to be about 1,500 pounds.
Would she want them in Israel?
Yes. Now,
how did you get them planted, though? I don't understand.
So Ella's bought an extra packet for us to grow.
Oh.
So we put them in the little seedling pack. And the seedlings, for tomatoes and for scallions and whatever else is this big.
And how big is the pumpkin one? I hate to ask. Do you know how pumpkins grow? Have you ever grown a pumpkin in your backyard?
I have not.
I did.
And I looked on YouTube.
Yeah,
it takes over the whole backyard.
Exactly. And I grew them once.
These pumpkins grow to be 1,500 pounds. I have to.
I never heard of a 1,500-pound pumpkin.
Yes, you have.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know if it's literally going to be 1,500 pounds, but it's the ones that you're in the farm, and the little kids sit on top of the pumpkin, and it's like a photo op. What are we going to do with it? I don't know.
But
I have
you're not going to just get one pumpkin, though, are you? They grow on a vine. Usually you get multiple, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
We planted 8 seeds. It looks like Jack and the Beanstalk is growing in my house.
It's like pumpkins on steroids.
Oh, my God. It literally, you go upstairs.
Good luck to you.
You come downstairs, and it grew an inch.
Well, listen, when I did pumpkins years ago when the kids were young, I had a patio backyard basically, and then it was elevated to trees and things. So I didn't have grass back there. Mm-hmm. So I planted them in a flower bed, and they took over my patio. They grew from the flower bed onto the patio.
It's going to be a monster.
The flagstone patio and the brick patio. I never saw anything like that before. Anyway.
I think we're going to be eating pumpkin for a year. At this rate.
And I told you yesterday, you're going to be eating it and the squirrels are going to be eating it.
Do they really go for
Well,
it?
if you
Did you have that experience?
What happens? Like Emily had pumpkins in her backyard last year, and what happens?
She grew them?
No.
Oh.
She bought
them.
She had a
and put them
couple
out.
of big pumpkins in her backyard, and as this fall wears on and it starts to get cool out, you know, if they're out there, and then the animals started nibbling at them, the squirrels,
Lovely.
the raccoons.
Lovely.
You know, so I mean, I don't know.
I'll keep you
But
posted.
you know, that's good for them. They enjoy, you know. But what I like to do, what I did is I took one of her pumpkins and I roasted the pumpkin seeds.
Delish.
Love. Salted them.
The seed was
You could
huge.
spicy season them.
They were huge.
The seed?
Yeah, it was like this. Like each seed.
Oh,
was,
I wonder what the inside seeds. You better share some of those seeds with me to roast, maybe.
Let you know.
I would love
See
to
if
do
we
that.
have success. You might be getting a vine. Give one to Emily.
There you go.
Plants it in her backyard.
That's all she needs.
What else is going on? What else? Other than my planting, I just had a busy week.
Working hard.
Working very hard. Trying to get some knitting done.
You got some knitting done. I know what you did the other day. You got a lot done.
Yes, I am getting knitting done, but it's going very slow.
That's because you're knitting on multiple projects.
Yes.
But we need to say thank you.
Oh, yeah. Allison,
Thank you, Allison.
for these beautiful mugs that you picked up.
You see, look at that. Aren't they great? Look at the little buttons on the side.
Super cute.
Isn't that adorable? Allison is one of our customers, our lovely customers, who treated Dina and I to a beautiful mug. I said to her yesterday, you can never have too many mugs, just like you can never have too many project bags.
Exactly.
Right?
Speaking of project bags, I forgot to bring it.
What do you have?
I snagged, as if I actually snagged it.
Oh, I know what you said.
David
You don't
snagged
have it with you?
I don't. I took it home. Of course, I left it here, and then I take it home.
Do you have anything in it? Did you put a project in it?
Not yet.
Oh.
I need to christen it.
Tell
I have
them
to
what
figure
you
out.
got.
So, who was it? David? David came over and he was like, "Hey, are you guys interested in the Hohi bag, the collaboration with Stephen West?"
They had just posted that.
You knew about it.
I knew about it, and I was going to tell you because it was at. I think it was going live at 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and I said, "Well, we could do that. We could do that." And before I could tell you about it, David came in and was talking about it.
Right.
So we were all interested in getting it. Long story short, I decided not to, and Dina and David got it.
Yes.
And it was it's West Knit's collaboration with Hohi.
And
Correct.
I think, who was it?
And a shawl bag. It's called the shawl bag.
It's called the shawl bag.
Allison has it.
Yes, and I think Allison may have gotten hers.
She's already had it.
I know, but I think she got hers through Hohi.
Oh, did she?
I believe so. I'm not sure because...
Or you could do that. I don't think you can do that.
Maybe it was through West Knit.
It was
I'm not really sure.
I think this was the second
Oh,
update.
so it could have been through...
And he added 2 new colors. He added your color, and he added the one I was going to get, the green, I think. The blue he already had.
Right.
David got
the green
blue.
was nice.
Green was pretty.
Yeah. So I got the grello. It's white, yellow with like the gussets are gray. I'll snap a picture and post. I have to say though, it's a beautiful bag, but I was quite shocked at the size.
It's small. But I still say, and I told David this, I think what makes it small is the handles. The handle is like this. Like it's not a bigger handle. It makes the bag
it's definitely
look small.
a bag that, right.
It opens, its gusset has a wide gusset.
No, but in the pictures it was...
you thought it was bigger.
Yeah,
right.
much bigger. I think David thought the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful bag, and I'm going to enjoy it. And you can never have enough bags.
Listen, I'm ashamed to say that I have a Hohi bag at home.
That you've never used.
That I've never used.
I think I may have one also.
And I think, there's no reason why I haven't used it. I don't know. It's suede. Maybe that's why.
Well, maybe now is not the time to use it.
It's not the time to use it. It's green.
In the fall, you'll have to pull it out.
But I didn't use it last fall. You know when I got it? Vogue. 2020. January of 20 is when I got it.
Our last Vogue.
And Dina got it too. It's the backpack. It's a big one.
I think that's why I don't use it. Because I
it's
feel like that's going to
style.
be like a bag.
But you don't have to carry it. Like, you don't have to wear it on your back.
No, but I feel like it's
I think I'll pull it out in the fall.
Too big. Like it's going to be more of a bag, like handbag, as opposed to my project bag. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's not just going to be one project bag. Yeah, I can understand.
This is like a little like bucket tote that I'll be carrying around. Like I could totally see.
Well, you can never have too many of them.
No.
Never.
Never enough bags. Okay, so that's what's new.
On to knitting.
Anything else for you? Okay.
No.
All right, so let's move onward. What are you wearing?
I am wearing my V-back. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
My V-back by Natasja.
Jamie Hoffman.
Jamie Hoffman. And I should stand up, I guess, right? This is it. It looks washed out, doesn't it, Dina? I don't know. Anyway, it has a V in the back.
Doesn't look washed out.
You don't think? I'm going to
No.
try to... Can you see my back?
Yes, we can. Looks good. It's funny. I notice you always wear it with the round neck in the front.
I like the way it hangs with it better. But I'll wear the other way.
And
if I lose another 5 pounds, maybe I'll wear it.
I prefer to wear the V in the front. That's funny.
But the nice thing is that you have that option. You can wear it either way.
Yeah, so this is a 2-way tee.
Right.
And it is tea time.
And I used, it's fingering weight yarn. I think she has a DK version now. I think
Yes.
she came out with afterwards. And I used 3 colors, and she has directions for 3 color fade, 4 color fade, 5 color fade. I had 3 colors. I used a mixture of Asylum fibers with Suburban Stitcher. And I did my 3 color fade following the 5 color fade directions. So I went color 1, color 2, I don't know, 1, 2, I don't know, 3, and then I went back to 2 and 1. And then there are short rows that give it that V, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Anyway, so that's it. So the reason, well, it was a fun knit. It really was. I did this last summer, as did you, right?
Yes.
And you did yours in the pinks, and I did mine in the blue.
Did we do that before COVID or after COVID?
After COVID. It was last summer. Yeah.
Really?
What do you mean? Yeah, it was last summer we did it. Yep.
I thought we were sitting outside. Was that before the masks? That we were sitting outside?
We were sitting outside. Knitting this?
I don't remember. It was before COVID.
No, it was after COVID. I knit it last summer. During COVID.
Really?
Yes.
God, I'm losing it.
Yep.
Okay, anyway.
Because I know, well, it'll be on my Ravelry page, but last summer I did a lot of knitting.
Aha. So, you were productive.
I was productive.
You weren't working in the shop like me.
Well, I was in at the end of June into July, the end of June. But I had time. Well, the other reason was I also wasn't at school.
Right.
I wasn't at school.
Right.
So that gave me more time. Right?
Well, it's beautiful.
But one of the reasons we're talking about this is because we have fades.
Yes, we do. We
Right.
have beautiful fades from Asylum Fibers.
Let me just get my mask.
Should we go into it now?
Well, whatever. No, we don't have to do that. We'll do it later.
Okay.
Keep
So
going
let's
about what we're talking
let's talk about what we're both wearing, and then we'll move onward. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
I have Bailey's in
Keep
my
that-
coffee.
I smell it. She's going to be drunk by the end of the podcast.
No. Whereas
Okay.
Dina's drinking water, I'm drinking coffee with Bailey's. Go ahead.
I was too lazy to make coffee. Okay, I'm wearing the Ankers summer shirt
Love that shirt.
by Petite Knit. I used Sandnes Garn Linne. It is a beautiful cotton linen blend. It's a worsted weight, and we have lots of colors, and more colors are coming in, and we're going to be replenished by the end of the week. So if you're interested in
It's
this,
also I think it's a great first time top down sweater knit.
yes, it's knit from the top down. The increases were
We're yarn offers.
yarn overs, and then did we knit through the back?
Right.
So we had to close the yarn overs. So it wasn't a knit front or back, so it's an easier increase. And there's ribbing in the front. You put your sleeves on holders. You knit downward. There were no short rows, so it's definitely.
And don't you find that I'm not a fan usually of knitting with cotton, but because it maybe has the linen and there's a little bit of acrylic in it, it's a great yarn.
It's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make another one.
I would wear that again.
Yeah.
You could have this in several colors. Very useful.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I have on. It's by Petite Knit. We'll put down all the details in the show notes.
And I have to say, they have Anker sweaters in, I think there's a long sleeve, there's a children's version, there are hats.
Cardigan, I think.
Children's onesies.
Yeah. I'm afraid to scratch my face.
Why?
Because I might take a line of blush.
Stop.
We noticed that with the new lights, we are so washed out, so we have extra makeup on.
I said to Dina, when you're under lights or in a camera, you need to put on like 4 times as much makeup as you normally would.
Well, if you only could
So
see
if we
what
don't
we look like.
A little clownish, I'd say.
A little?
Don't scratch it, Dina.
No. Oh my God, it's like spackled on my face. Okay. Those are the projects that we're wearing.
Yep.
Okay, whips.
Whips. Well, again, I continue to want to show the Kuffel.
Yeah.
Or you want to show the other one?
Which other one? Do your Kuffel.
The Kuffel, I really haven't done much on it since we spoke. I've done several rounds, but I'm still continuing with Chart C. And this was our knit along that we ran in the shop. Our participants basically have finished it all, but I am not done with it, as you can see. Chart C.
Neither am I.
And I'm using the black and aspen color in Forge by Hudson and West.
Right.
It'll be pretty when it's done.
Getting there.
But anyway, so that's an ongoing whip for me.
Likewise, I'm in the same situation as Pam. However, I did finish Chart C, so I'm slightly further ahead, but not by much. I've been staying on course, and I probably won't be bringing this back out again until hopefully maybe I have the bottom done. But I did want to just show you that I got past Chart C.
See how pretty that is?
I need to give the bottom some steam.
Yeah.
So I steamed the top, but I will steam the bottom.
That is so pretty.
Did I goof up here? No. No, I think it's just the way it was sitting. What did I want to say? I've been trying to knit two rounds a day. So
listen, I always say even if you knit 1 round a day, at the end of the week you have 7 rounds done that you wouldn't have done otherwise.
Exactly.
You know, and that's about 1 inch, so you can't complain.
I do have a new goal though. I'm hoping to finish this.
Why?
By April 26th.
If you finish that by the 26th, I'm not going to be happy.
Why?
Because mine's going to be languishing.
I may try to finish it. Because if I cast on another thing without removing something out of my bags...
You've gotten stuff done.
I'll try. We'll see.
Listen, there was a customer outside today, and she was buying something for herself. And she was saying that my husband says, I don't know, like there might be a festival or something, or going to a yarn shop, and she doesn't want to go because she'll buy more. And she said, I don't want to buy, I have enough yarn, or whatever, I'm working on a project. I said, but you know what? Why can't you have multiple projects that you're working on?
Oh, I definitely
I said, if you go to a festival or if you go to a yarn shop and you see something you really like, why wouldn't you just buy it?
I feel like you should.
I think you should too. I mean,
especially if it's something that you feel like you're not going to see again. If you're at a festival, they're going to have special things for that festival.
Because you're not going to see it again, right?
Definitely.
We've all learned that lesson, right? When you see something
way.
and you don't get it.
I've walked away from too many things.
Listen, if it makes you happy to cast on,
it does make me happy. I just feel like,
why not?
I'll tell you why. For me, anyway. At this point, I have so many.
Well, you do.
I'm going to show.
Yeah, you do have. But you know what? You get them done.
Well, yes and no.
Well,
I didn't finish my Felix. My Felix is languishing.
Felix. Yeah. Well, listen.
But see, now I'm not into really finishing it, and I hope that doesn't happen with the Kuffel because it's not the season to wear it. I feel like I missed the boat, but that's not true because in the evening,
I wore mine a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of cool.
And even still, in September, wouldn't you like to have it done in September?
I will definitely have it done before. Right. That's for sure.
Right. Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to go quickly through my whips. You've seen them all, but what I'm trying to do is work on each project a little bit at a time. And I think the last time you guys saw this, I only had 3 sections complete, and now I have 4. This is the Ridegway Capelet. I believe they finished the knit along.
Well,
Sadly,
okay.
I'm not done.
Well.
but I'm going to continue. I have 4 sections done.
They might have only had one project on their needles.
Right. So that's where I'm at with the Ridegway Capelet. I lost that. On my Anthe shawl, it's kind of hard to see progress.
Because there's so many stitches on a needle.
2 rows is actually only 1 row on the mosaic chart.
Pretty though. Oh, you're moving along. I think the last time you were like around here.
Yeah, at the halfway point or maybe just above. So I'm getting there.
Nice.
Hopefully, maybe I won't bring this back for 2 weeks and maybe I'll be done with
the flower.
The flower.
Bring it back when the flower's done.
Okay, sounds good. So that's the Anthe shawl by Moonstruck Knits. And sadly, I was a big failure, and I have to publicly apologize
to
Alicia Plummer. She allowed me to test knit her project. She newly released this beautiful, gorgeous Hawthorne poncho.
Just came out a few days ago.
Just came out. It's stunning. And this is how far I got. And it's not her fault. Totally my fault because I got too much going on.
Oh, it's lovely. Nice and light too, Dina.
Yes, I'm using Rowan felted tweed.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
want it to go in your coffee.
It's like an argyle design.
It's so pretty. So the argyle is actually, looks like argyles, but they're made of
you can
bottles.
really see it because you're on the second one.
Yep.
And Dina, what yarn are you using?
I'm using Rowan felted tweed.
Which is lovely. It's a DK weight yarn.
It's a DK weight. I'm on a size 6 needle.
Is this it's a non-superwash?
I don't believe it is because it's got...
It's a non-superwash,
non-superwash,
right?
I
like
believe.
it. Love.
It's really nice.
Very versatile yarn if you haven't used the Rowan felted tweed.
What you might not be seeing is the different color fleck coming through.
Do you have the ball?
There is a ball right here.
I
Let's
think
see.
you can see it better on that. What do you have in there? Like a little pink?
So there's like, no, it's really camel and navy. There it is.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
See it? It's very pretty.
Yeah.
Or like a denim-y blue. So it's very pretty. I'm enjoying the knit. There's a little bit of brioche, which
Moving
also...
along on that.
Yeah. I give myself a goal. So when you have goals on every single project, you don't get very far in a week. I'm trying. But this is a little bit of
you have
brioche.
to be careful, yeah.
And it's not hard. It's not hard.
Is it written rows or is there a chart?
It's in a chart, actually.
It is in a chart. So it's only in a chart.
It's only in a chart. So you have to be able to read a chart for this one. And so far, so good. I'm enjoying it.
You make a front and a back. Is that
front
what it
and
is?
a back, and then you have to pick up and do the
arm.
The side bands. And there's a mock neck, and of course, if you don't like the neckline, you can always reduce it.
High, yeah.
You might want to make it a turtleneck, extend it.
It's pretty. I like it.
Yep. It's got tremendous positive ease. It's intended to be worn with 10 to 20 inches of positive ease.
And you're making the second size.
I'm making the second size.
Which is 59 inches around.
Right. So this isn't blocked out.
It'll open up.
But this will open up probably to about, I would say, 26 inches or so, 28.
Probably more than that.
And then, right. And then
it's got a lot of give in it.
Yeah. And then I have the ribbing on either side.
Right. There you go.
So nice and roomy, beautiful piece.
Well, that's what you want.
I couldn't show it.
Like that.
Yes, I couldn't show it because it was a test knit. But now that it's published, voila.
There you go.
Again, my apologies to Alicia Plummer. I'm sorry that it's not complete. Okay, now that we covered all our whips.
Well, I still have a whip.
Oh, that's right.
But I can't really show.
Pam is test knitting too.
I can show the yarn.
Yes.
And I can show the color. I mean, you wouldn't see what it is anyway. But
no one would know what it is.
This is the yarn I'm using.
Oh, you're also using linne.
Correct.
So this is the linne. This is the yarn that I used and was very popular last year for the Ankers summer shirt. Some people, I believe, knit the...
There it is. There's a raglan seam.
You're such a teaser.
I can't show. There's really not much more to show because I'm just about to the armhole, the sleeves.
Okay. Is it a long sleeve, short sleeve, sleeveless?
It's a short sleeve.
Short sleeve. Okay, that's all she's going to give you. It's a short sleeve.
So if I stay on schedule, it should be done in about I don't know when it's coming out.
It's tea time, guys. That's all we have to say.
What do you mean?
VBAC tea, Anchor
Tea
tea,
time, right?
tea time.
Right. Lots of teas.
Lots of teas.
Rocket tea.
Rocket tea.
That's another good
'Tis
one.
the season. Okay, nice.
And that's it.
So I can't really write down anything about yours because it's really a test knit. So
Correct.
all right. So why don't we go back to your VBAC? And
My
the
VBAC.
New,
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so again, it's a fade. So what we got in this past week is we got in some fades from Asylum Fiber.
Yes.
And I will show you.
When
As a
you
matter of
asked,
fact, what was that?
I was going to say, when you asked me what's going on, what's new, I thought you wanted me to talk about the deliveries. And I wasn't sure where you were leading me.
Well, this is this is the pink fade that we got in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this also is a good lead-in because this is the color that Dina's, I think we need to go closer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Washed out. You got it?
Yeah, I was trying to show Stephanie's labels.
Oh.
Hold on. Unpaid advertising. Unpaid advertising. Okay, here we go. Asylum Fibers. There it is. The pink fade. Absolutely glorious. We can go from the lightest color.
Yep, this is Peonies Please, Marmalade.
Tiger Lily, Pink Sky, and Forbidden is right here on the end. So this is the pink fade. There are 5 colors. Each kit is comprised of all the colors.
Correct.
And you have to purchase them as a kit.
Correct. Here, Dina.
Thank you.
And this is the gray fade, which
Beautiful.
is very pretty. It starts with platinum and scores. And what is that one called? Some flatware.
Trepidation. And I believe this one is Rabbit Hole.
And that's the gray fade.
Yep. Absolutely
Very
beautiful.
Very pretty.
Stephanie knocked it out of the park.
So not only could you do this if you wanted to, you could do Lava Lake.
Right, your Lava Lake is beautiful
You
choice.
could do what are the other fades? What the fade? Is it what the fade?
I believe it was
I can't keep those
Wasn't-
names straight.
What the Fade. It might have been Find Your Fade.
Find your fade. I can't keep them straight.
I think we had Fading Point or Starting Point by
Correct.
Kohi Locatelli.
Right.
Each skein has 438 yards, so you're getting 5 of them. So if you multiply,
This isn't right. Yeah, maybe it
That
is.
is.
It is right.
if you multiply that out, you're getting over 2,000 yards, plenty of yardage. So you can also check Ravelry if you find a fade that you like. You can try to look for a pattern via the yardage.
Take these
Some people have even taken a boxy sweater.
right.
Is it Kohi Locatelli has a sweater that fades? Is that called Spectre?
I'm not sure. I think she does. I think that's what it is. Some people were doing. Was it? Did you say this already? City limits. Did you just say that?
Someone bought a double kit so they could double the yarn and make a city limits. That was another great idea.
This is a green fade.
I'll start with the light. Scores, Dark Arts, which is this color, a new color for us. Sorry if it's getting washed out. Later Gator.
Swamp Thing and Rabbit Hole.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, pretty.
Super pretty.
Love it. So that's the.
Green
I
fade.
can stick that on my lap.
That's okay.
Now I don't know if these are in the right order, Dina.
Those look like they may have shifted.
Yeah. Got those? I know it ends in this color.
There
I
we
think
go.
it's like this. Yeah.
Okay.
So starting at Dina's end, you have
Flatware, Illuminate, Grello, and this is the Grello kit, the gold to gray.
Banana Phone and IPA.
Beautiful.
I love this one.
This is a gorgeous fade.
A gorgeous fade.
And yellow and gray.
That's the colors.
Pantone colors.
Pantone colors.
That's a great fade.
And I believe there's one. Well, there's
There's
one
one
that
more.
we're sold out of, right, Dina?
We're sold out of the blue.
So I can't show you the blue.
No.
I'm gonna drop it.
Be careful.
I'm sorry, Dina.
No, that's
You got
fine.
it?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
these.
There you go. Yeah, I think this is right. Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so it goes like this. Should I start with light?
Go right ahead.
Okay, Tart. Drop the Mic, a new color.
Cosmic Heartbeat Ultraviolet, and Stellar.
You could do like the can-can.
There you go. And this is what we call the purple fade.
Okay. Not the can-can.
Not the can-can. No, we're not calling it can-can. So anyway, those are on the website. The blue is sold out, and that's it.
Beautiful.
Right? Are they pretty?
Yes.
Well, let's get these out of the way so you don't have them there.
Okay.
Go right ahead. So what's next?
What is next? What do you guys want to see next? Well, we could talk about how we have local yarn shop day coming up. I believe it's this Saturday, April 17th, is it?
It is this Saturday, right, Dave?
It is. Yeah. April 17th.
I thought it was in the 20s for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why it isn't. I thought it was usually at the end of the month, but it's creeping up on us, and we did order some new products. If you want to support us, of course, we would love your support. This is a knit gauge keychain from Katrinkles. It's got a 1-inch gauge, and we have our logo inscribed on there, and it's got a mirror lucite pink. What is that called? Plastic? It's not plastic. It's like a lucite.
Yeah, it's like a lucite. A
Yeah.
mirrored
lucite. It's very pretty.
A pretty pink color.
We also have a new gadget. This is a yarn cutter made out of a cedar block. And this is lovely. So this, I don't know if you could see it in there,
it's
but
the indentation.
In the indentation is a blade, and it's cedar, so it's nice to put into your knitting if you want to guard off the moths.
Little insects.
Yep.
And then the other thing we have are
it's very blown out. There you go. Much better.
Right.
That's better. Angle it down. Yeah.
These are also from Katrinkles, correct? They're
glitter logo markers.
One of them has the shop logo on it, and then there are some hearts and stars and glitter and
all fun stuff.
That's also
pink
on the website.
And orange.
Yep.
Purple and shiny, and here's the logo marker right there.
Yep. Very nice.
I wonder if they all have the little house. The house is another little symbol.
I think they will have the house. I think so.
Okay. So that's one way that you can support us. You can also add these on to any order so that you don't have to pay
like
shipping.
A yarn goodie.
Exactly. We love our notions. Alrighty.
There you go.
Next, should we talk about the new yarn, or should we talk about...
I don't know. Why don't we do this one first?
Well, let's talk about Dianella since on top first.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Sounds good. Oh, that's right. I forgot it was behind us. Good.
On the mannequin, we have a beautiful FO.
Move my chair out of the way.
This is called the Dianella wrap. For those of you who don't know it, it's a design by Ambah O'Brien. Let's open it up. It's an asymmetrical triangle.
And we have to say thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Maria. Oh, it smells like her.
It does, right?
Yes, her perfume's so nice. So this is the Dianella wrap.
She did a great job.
Fabulous job. It's got a double decrease right here in the center spine. And I believe you start...
I think you start down at that end.
At the point, and you work your way out. And what you're doing here is you're alternating 2 rows of spin cycle dyed in the wool, and it's alternated with mohair. And the mohair is very sheer, but it gives you
lovely
a very soft drape.
I would wear this.
It's so nice.
It's very light as a feather.
The mohair on this doesn't bother you, right?
No, this wouldn't bother me.
No. It's very... I think the tricky part, if there is a tricky part, is actually knitting the mohair singled. I think for most people, it's not...
but again, I don't think you're on a teeny needle. You're probably on like a 5 or 6 with this. And I love the way her colors blend.
Beautiful.
I really do. It's beautiful.
So she has it paired with a blue mohair. And of course, there's a lot of blue in the wrap. And it's just yummy.
It's gorgeous.
It's so nice.
It's beautiful.
It's a great thing
to make this. This would be it's very light as a feather, very easy to wear.
Yes.
And there are some kits that are up on the website currently, right? I think they're about...
we should fold it, so we can leave the other...
Yes, might as well. Here, I'll take that.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we have some kits, of course, to show you. The only reason we're sharing it is because they've actually been on the website, but sometimes you don't really have an idea of what the piece looks like.
And since we had the piece, we thought we'd show it to you.
Exactly. So it's always fun. So one of the first kits we have here is Narcissus, and that is a yellowy green, beautiful color for spring. Hot right now with the Pantone, and then we paired it with the Chartreuse.
Pretty.
So I know the color looks concentrated here.
But believe me, it's not going to look that way.
It's not going to be.
She would never know she had a navy.
It's sheer.
A navy mohair in here.
Right.
It just blends in.
Right. So this would really disappear when it's knit just 2 rows of a sheer mohair. It's a great combo.
I like the way it looks.
Okay. Next up is Castaway. And we have that paired with orange for all you orange lovers.
And of course, what makes this a fun knit is that the colors of Spin Cycle are just terrific, right? And as you knit, they change. That's nice.
So that's pretty. Next up is Burning Sensation.
This is a pretty one.
Which is really pretty. And then we paired that with like a mineral color from Rowan.
That's pretty.
Great combo. Now the way you spell, well, actually I'll put it down. It's called Dianella. It's by Ambah O'Brien.
Dianella.
I've spelled that wrong 3 times. Just saying. First it was the Daniela wrap.
Yeah, we were saying Daniela.
Then we spelled the Dianella wrap.
Hey, listen.
Finally got it right. And this is like a blue-green. Definitely reminds me of like the water this time of year. Absolutely gorgeous with the blue mohair. And then we have another Grumpy Birds, another gray-yellow kind of theme. And we have that paired with the gray mohair.
That's nice.
And last but not least, for all you red lovers.
This isn't even that bad. It's really not loud at all. It's not like it's a loud color.
Oh, no. I said all you red lovers. Did I say loud?
No, but I'm just saying. I mean,
you think red is loud, and then
it's not like you. It's not like it's gray. It's red mixed with the
gorgeous.
variegated. It's very pretty.
Yeah, and again, this wouldn't be as concentrated when you just separate the one strand. It's very sheer.
So basically, what it does is it just blends in. So it
fades away
because it's the same color.
It's beautiful.
It just and what shines, I think, is the colorway of the Spin Cycle.
Yes, it
the
almost gives
mohair
it
doesn't
a pop.
detract from it at all.
No, we really tried. Of course, if you went,
did something,
contrast something like this,
then you would
notice it. But all of our kits are pretty tonal in that way.
Yeah.
I have to say, I think we created really nice kits.
So that's the Dianella wrap.
That's the Dianella wrap. Next up
is
the Deschain, which has been very popular. You guys have, I don't know.
It continues every year to be a very strong piece.
Yes. I think I wore it on one.
You wore it last week.
I wore it last week, and a lot of customers had asked for kits. So
we put kits up on the website.
They're up. We'll show you all the colors. This is what the Deschain looks like for those of you who don't follow us on Instagram. It is a beautiful top designed by Leila Raven.
Robbie.
I thought she changed her name.
Oh, I could be wrong. Then you know more than me.
I could be wrong, but we'll put it down in the show notes. It's a beautiful piece that has a lace panel front. I made a mistake. I didn't read the directions well, and I created front and back alike.
Correct. The back is on the directions of stockinette, but Dinah had done a lace, so she decided she liked it that way. So she made a second one the same way.
Yes. I decided not to rip, essentially.
Well,
I could have ripped it out.
When did you realize that it was wrong?
After I made 2 exactly the same.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that out either.
And just another footnote on the back of the original instructions. It's a straight back. So I'm not sure if you could see, but you see this dip in here? This is actually dipping down here below. Can you just move your mug over to the side 1 second? There it is. So you could see that it's dipping. On the back, when you're knitting the back in stockinette, it just goes straight across. So the front actually dips lower than the back. But not on mine, because I made 2 the same.
She made 2 fronts.
Yes. One other thing I will say, I'm trying to think, did I pick up? I did a modification.
I don't know if you did. I think you did. I think you probably picked up.
I'm not sure.
I did mine as a pickup.
I did pick up. So I did modify mine. I did not want to knit my sleeves in the round as per the instructions. So you'll notice the seam inside. What I did is I cast on I picked up 2 extra stitches, and I kept each edge stitch
for a seam
in garter, and I used that for a seam. The reason I would not recommend, if you're going to knit it flat, to pick up is because you have the weight of the garment in your lap. And so to do the sleeves, knitting back and forth.
So how did you do it? You did it that way.
I think I did do it that way, but we recommended to customers that if you're going to knit the sleeves separately, to just cast on the pickup, add 2 stitches, and knit them separate.
Correct.
Don't bother picking up.
Because there were a lot of people who didn't want to knit either on DPNs or in Magic Loop, because the number of stitches it was like in the area of 40, something like that. So they wanted another option. So we gave them the option of knitting it straight with 2 extra stitches and then sewing it.
Right. And the other reason being is that some people didn't know how to pick up stitches.
Correct.
So if you're unfamiliar, you can just cast on and sew them on after.
So there are options on that. And this is the mineral colorway, and Dina also did it in black.
Yeah, I liked it so much I made 2.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that I added an extra repeat.
Yes, you made it.
1, 2, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think there's 6 repeats. You did 6, and it called for 5, I believe, is what it is. Because I did the same thing. Yep.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And if you haven't done any lace or anything like this, it's really a very easy pattern. So it's not difficult.
You isolate it with markers to mark the center
Mm-hmm.
panel, so that is great. You work it from the top down.
And and if you look at this, the width of this, Dina made the second size. Whoops. So if you were to pick the arms up, it really is, it's about a 60-inch circumference, right? But when you're wearing it, it certainly doesn't look like that.
No, it drapes down so nicely, and it has such a beautiful drape.
Because it's knit on about a 10 or a 10 and a half needle.
Right.
So it's, and there have been so many requests for it that we put some kits up on the website.
Okay. So first colorway is mustard. Is that getting blown out?
A little bit.
Go ahead.
Then olive. Again, it's richer than what's showing up.
Yeah, it's a little more green.
Yeah.
You have the white, standard white.
And then there's navy. That's
a good.
That looks good. Yeah.
So we should go right there.
That's the spot. That's like
it's like a vintage. Yeah, vintage rose.
And this is like a lavender.
Purple. Lilac. Beautiful red.
It's a pretty red. And then, of course, the standard black.
And we have the raisin, which is the colorway. It's actually called espresso, the colorway on the mannequin. So one thing we wanted to say is the kits are up online. I believe black. Did we put the gray up?
Oh, I don't think we did the 70 gray. Okay. We don't have it.
Well, what we ended up doing is we put the kits up. These kits tend to be popular. I will say that if we sell out, they're on reorder. And the reorder is coming in at the end of the month. So if you are in a hurry, if we don't have it in stock ready to ship, we will call you and we can always give you a refund if that's what you want. But if you're welcome to wait for it, we should be restocked. I believe it's coming into the country.
Coming into them at the end of the month.
End of the month. So we may get it the first week of May, correct. Something like that. So that's the Deschain.
So you can, it's kind of like a pre-order, right?
Right. Not all the colors, but some.
Right.
Some of them will be
And
pre-order.
currently we have to say the black is not in stock. That is
yes.
one of the colors that we do not have any of. So, but it's a good color, and if you want it, you can pre-order it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait for it. Exactly. Yeah. Don't settle if it's the color you like.
Exactly.
Okay.
What else do we have?
Let's just touch up on this one, brush up on this one, and then we'll go into the big one. Okay, so this is a new design that we fell in love with. It's called the Linen Summer Shawl by Joji Locatelli. She celebrated her birthday, and a shout out to Joji and her new design, and happy birthday.
Yes.
I don't know if the pattern is still on special. I know she was giving...
Her patterns are on sale all this week.
All week for her birthday? She's such a giver.
25% off her patterns.
So, yeah, she likes to give. So, there she is. This is her latest. She designed it using Moondrake's merino linen which we stock and we are very pleased to have. We have kits for these online. It's called the Linen Summer Shawl. Some of you may have already bought it. We are replenished a little bit, and we just thought we would just show you 2 colorways or 3. We're not going to show you all the kits, but this one is a new one. It's the Coral. I think this one is called Love, and we have it paired here with Juicy. So that's a beautiful trio. We're actually quite surprised. I think in this kit, most people went for the brights.
Or the pastel ones.
Or the pastels.
Or the pastels with the brights. Yeah, we did have. We had a lot of orange.
Yes.
And
orange
yellow.
is very popular. I think orange is sold out.
This is very close to the colorway.
Yes. So this one here is Coffee, Cobblestone, and this here is the Prada Blue, which is very similar to Hohi's colorway. And last but not least, just a third teaser. This one here is Navy, Mushroom, and Sky.
How pretty is that?
That's very pretty.
I don't know if you can see in the mushroom, the one in this down here, there are little bits of blue in that.
It's definitely shaded.
Yeah.
I think I used mushroom and driftwood in my unwind shawl.
Is that what you used? Did you use mushroom in your unwind?
I did.
I didn't know that.
Yep, loved it.
Very pretty.
Very pretty
combo.
Layer and depth in the color.
And of course, the merino linen is 90 merino and 10 linen.
Right.
Just so you know.
This is also an asymmetrical shawl.
Yeah, it starts as a point and then just goes out, right?
Yes. She wrote that it is constructed from tip. It starts really easy, like a smooth warm-up into the knitting that will come later. Some ribbing bands to break up the main color sections, and the piece, the resistance, some ribbed lace at the end.
Someone, an Instagram post came up the other day, and she was saying that the person who knit it had probably 2/3 of the shawl knit, because the whole beginning of the shawl is just, I believe, it's garter stitch
and ribbing.
And
alternating, I
and
think.
the lace is the last thing that comes at the end. So she said she was flying through it.
So that's kind of fun.
Right. So it's not a
until you get to the lace.
Until you get to the lace, of course.
But then it's only probably 40 rows of lace. It doesn't look like that's even that much lace.
Does she say how
see that? So pretty.
How the lace is written, does she say?
I don't know if it's charted.
It's not any more difficult than any other lace pattern. And doing her patterns in the past when she had lace, she always gave a chart and the written words. So I'm not sure. I would check it before you bought it if you're not, just to make sure.
Right.
If you don't want charts.
Sometimes they put the attributes on the pattern page.
Yep.
If it's charted, if it's written.
Attributes.
Yes. They're very useful.
Very helpful.
Very helpful.
Of course.
All right. I took no notes, so I'm going to have to go back and watch this for editing.
You didn't take any notes?
No. It's okay.
That's fine. You have to watch it.
You
always have to watch it anyway.
It's very hard to watch yourself and edit.
I know. That's why I never watch it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so last but not least, we have
a new yarn in the shop.
Another new yarn. We are welcoming Double Sunday, and not as in the ice cream sundae.
Sunday is in the day.
Right. It's actually a DK weight sundae.
Yes.
So some of you might be familiar with Sunday by Petite, by Sandnes Garn. This is the big sister. It's called Double Sunday. It's got a DK gauge. It's got 108 meters per skein, and it's 100% superwash, 100% non-superwash merino wool. And let me see if I can get that
light
spot. There it is. Maybe right here.
Yeah, I think if you hold it back further,
it's better.
That's a good representation.
Okay, so we'll be back here.
So we got a bunch of, I think you have all the colors, right? Don't we have all the colors?
Yeah, so, okay, right. So we did order all the colors in the collection. They're all available online under Double Sunday by Sandnes Garn, so you can search it. We currently have made up some kits. It's for the Marseille sweater. It's by Petite Knit. It's a new design that was just translated into English. This has been very popular.
There you go.
You may recognize it from our Instagram posts. If you follow Petite Knit, you will recognize it. It is knit from the top down. It has sloped shoulder shaping. and she is using short rows.
Yes.
She picks up stitches, if I'm not mistaken, for the drop shoulder, and she does short rows for the sleeves. That's how you're shaping the cap, the top of the sleeve.
Correct. It's a fun knit.
It's a fun knit. You're going to learn a few new skills if you don't already know how to do short rows.
It's a sweater that has about 10 inches of positive ease, if that's what you choose to do. Of course, you don't have to, but...
Again, it's a slouchy fit. You could see the drape in the flat lay. And it'll probably, it's not as much positive ease as the top here, the Deschain.
No, not as much.
Not as much, but you certainly will have a fair amount.
The extra small finished circumference is 43 plus inches on this. So
that's extra small.
I think she said the model was either a 34 or 32 and was wearing the extra small. So
it's oversized.
It is oversized, yeah. But not terribly so. I mean,
no, it doesn't look oversized. And I think for that kind of a sweater, you know, you're wearing it with dark denim.
Yeah, you're wearing it as a layering piece. Yeah,
spring-like nautical. It almost just like got like a sweatshirt feel. So
we love this so much, right, Dina?
So much so that we're doing a knit along.
There you go.
And we are going to host the knit along. We are actually currently waiting to start a knit along for Andrea Mowry's
beach cardigan.
Yes, the winter. Is it Winter Beach?
I think it's Winter Beach.
Winter Beach cardigan, but we have not received the delivery yet for the yarn. So we figured we would.
It's such a great pattern.
Jump the line.
Who doesn't? Who minds another knit along, right?
And create a new knit along.
Yeah.
So we're going to start on April 26th. It's a Monday.
And is that the day when they're actually going to start knitting, or are you going to discuss the pattern, or they should have the yarn by that time?
Yeah, we're giving you enough time to,
yes,
it's about 2 weeks for you to jump on board, order the yarn, hopefully have it delivered. You could receive it, swatch it, and, you know, get your needles in order, and we can all either cast on together. We had a very exciting group in the Kuffel, and some people started before,
and there's no pressure. It's not like you have to. Okay, we're starting the 26th. By May, 10th, you need to be blah 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 joined in the round. You work at your own rate, like Dina and I did for the Kuffel. Clearly, we didn't finish the sweater yet, so no pressure.
No pressure. And if there's anyone that still didn't finish the Kuffel and you want to join us, join us for the knit along. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. I will try to accommodate everyone's questions.
Sure.
We will be focusing, of course, on the Marseille sweater. We were going to kind of transition, but please, if you have any questions, I know that, we have our Ravelry page, and we'll probably post that we'll do
a knit along thing.
A knit along for the Marseille sweater.
We did that for the Kuffel, right?
And it's a great place that if you have questions, you can go back and read the thread. There was a lot of useful information that actually came out in the Kuffel sweater. Very useful. People hit impasses. They made mistakes, reading charts. So definitely use the Ravelry.
The decrease on the arm they have issues with.
So if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, we actually have a knitting group called The Knitting Place. It's a group on Ravelry, and you can join. It's free to be a member. If you're not a member of Ravelry, I recommend that you create a username and a password. It's a wonderful platform for knitters and crocheters and makers, and there's a lot of information out there.
Yeah, and it's a great place to go to for, especially if it's a knit along, and you can post pictures of your project as it develops, and
it's great.
Ask a question. It's fun, and so it would be Monday nights. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
The 26th
so Monday night.
Monday?
Yes, Monday night is Monday nights. We usually zoomed at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time, and we usually zoom for an hour. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. I'm not going to say that we are religious and we meet every week. We try to.
We did pretty well on that.
We did pretty well, but life happens, and we can't always make it.
And the same thing happens with you guys too,
right? And we don't expect you to attend every single week, but it certainly
we don't take attendance. In other words, right, Dina?
No demerits, and all are welcome. So inclusive, and we hope to see you there.
Absolutely. So do you want to show them the colors?
Yes, let's show the colors.
Let's start with the one that's in the
feature.
In the feature, right?
Okay.
Where is it? Is this it?
Yes. That one.
Yeah.
I think that's a different color.
Is it?
Yeah, that
That's
goes
this
with
one?
the dusty green. So what you saw featured, what you want to hold up the pattern?
Sure.
This is almond, and it's paired with a Sailor in the Dark, which makes the nautical stripe. It's beautiful, classic looking.
And it's a very deep navy.
Yes.
Very deep navy.
So this is one kit option. Now the other kit option that we had that actually sold, but we will be getting more in. So we will be replenished. So if your kit that you're interested in is unavailable, please send me an email.
Or call.
By the time this podcast comes out, I actually may even have the inventory back in stock. This was another kitway that sold navy or a Sailor in the Dark as the main body and almond as the stripe. So basically the inverse of what the designer had done. Okay. You want to cover that color?
Sure. This, well, you know the name of it better than I. This is called eucalyptus, I think.
Eucalyptus and whipped cream.
And whipped cream, which is just a lighter version of the, it's better back here.
Yeah, it's like a dusty green. It's very pretty with the whipped cream.
And the whipped cream just a little bit lighter than the color Dina just showed you.
So
the almond.
comparison.
You can see the difference, yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
It's like more vanilla. Now you can go online and curate your own.
Sure, of course, yeah.
Just so you know, the kits that we have assembled that are online are actually kitted up to a size large. So she was a little vague in yardage.
Yeah,
Is
on
that
some
fair
of
to
them
say?
she did, it takes, 10 to 11 skeins or...
So it must be that the testers
3.
probably crossed over depending on their gauge.
Right.
So you're definitely going to want to check gauge. Make sure you got the adequate yardage. We put in 12 skeins for the main color and 3 for the accent.
That's the way the kits are written, and that would take you... I'm looking for my cheat sheet. It was here before.
Through size large. It was on the back of one of the
Whatever,
papers.
it doesn't make a difference. But a size large goes through 49 and a quarter.
Right. So I'll share my bust size. Getting personal here. 40 inches. So 9-inch positive ease. There's your cheat sheet.
There it is. Yeah.
It was about 9 or 10 inches positive ease.
She said the pattern reads 9 3/4 positive ease.
Okay. So
Right.
I would be knitting the size large.
Correct. And now the next size after that would be XL, which would go to 53 and a quarter. So if you buy one of the kits online, you can go up to the 49 and 3/4.
Right.
Or the size large.
And if you feel that that's too big for you, you don't want it that oversized, feel free to go online. It's under Sunday, Double Sunday, but you can look up the yarn and just order a la carte the number of skeins you need.
And if you wanted to go to that XL for the 53 bust,
Oh, the larger?
it's just one more skein of the main color. That's all
So you can
need.
order a kit and then a la carte your
We had
just
someone
add
who
an
did
extra.
that the other day. She bought the kit and then she purchased an extra skein.
Right.
So here, Dina, you do that one.
Okay. So this one I think was called Into the Woods, and it's kind of like a greeny. It's brown, but it's kind of got like a green hue. It's like a yellow brown, if that makes sense. And then we paired that with that orange feeling.
Isn't that pretty?
And that is just a fun
I love
combo.
that one.
It's getting washed out a little
Yep.
bit, but there it is. It's really pretty. So the main body, Into the Woods, and orange is the stripe. And if you want to do the inverse, by all means,
You could do that too.
you can do that too. That would be so fun.
Yes.
So fun. Okay.
Now, on a softer note, again, this is going to be hard to see because it's such a light color. It's ballet shoe, right, Dina?
Ballet shoes.
With whipped cream. I don't know. Is that
There it
coming
is.
up? That's better. It's a very, very soft pink, but it's
Like
lovely.
a blush. Yeah, blush pink. Beautiful.
So that's another soft way that you can do.
Now, you're not limited to adult sweaters. I know it's a non-superwash wool, but this yarn is super soft.
It's a
We had a
merino.
client in today. She thought it was toothy. She felt it. It feels delightful. It's 100% merino wool. It just happens to be non-superwash.
Mm-hmm. And then this way.
Like this one.
What is
This
that?
one is
That
called
this?
Coffee Bean. And we paired it with the ballet shoes.
That's pretty. So it's
It's
that
just-
light pink with...
Yeah, and it just happens to be right in the same shade. Like if you were to do a
Right.
gradient and take the color out of the coffee bean, you'd really get into this. It's like a pinky brown.
Correct.
And you would just get that pale blush in there. So pretty.
And is this rouge?
I think, yes, rouge something.
Rouge something, anyway.
Dusty rouge.
Dusty rouge, there you go. It's dusty rouge, and it's paired with, this is the almond, right? The almond, that's a pretty color.
That's a pretty color, right?
Very
Reminds me
pretty.
of the color of the terracotta.
Yeah. It's vintagey looking to me, right?
I like it.
That's a pretty one. And then what's next?
Do that fabulous kit. So we have a really special kit that we curated.
This is a fun one. Here you go.
So for the next kit, we actually picked whipped cream. This was Pam's idea.
Oh.
Genius.
Yeah, how about that? Go ahead.
So whipped cream, which is the white.
The body color. And then the 4 stripes could be
4 different colors.
the navy, the royal, the orange, and the green, which is
called steak green.
Isn't that pretty?
That's fabulous.
Because there are 4 stripes on the sweater,
Yes.
on the sleeve, and on the sweater body.
Right. So this kit happens to be just a little bit more because you needed an additional skein
right? Yeah.
for the extra color. But that would be dynamite.
Fun? That would be fun.
And then I have 2 more kits on my end.
Go ahead, Dina. Go for it.
This one is the pale blue. And we have that paired with cardamom, which is really pretty.
That's
Another
nice.
soft.
That's a good representation.
Very soft color. Palette. Very pretty. Someone bought that colorway. And then last but not least, another fave.
Dina and I both like this one.
Cardamom.
As the main, with
As
orange as the stripe.
And that
How
orange
great is
feeling.
that?
That's fabulous.
You know what we didn't show them, Dina? We didn't show them this.
Oh, we have 2 more.
Yep.
These 2 also sold.
There you go.
Then we have electric blue, which
Paired
is
with-
super fun. Whipped cream.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great. I'm trying to see where the color looks best.
That looks good.
Yeah. Here's very washed out.
That's it, right there.
Right there.
Or,
Steak green with whipped cream.
how pretty is that? The body of the sweater in the green and with the white stripe.
That's fabulous.
So the possibilities really are endless. And as Dina said, you can curate your own kit.
Could do white sweater with green
We
stripes.
had someone who called today. They said they like the green sweater with a navy stripe.
Yes, that actually happened on the live as well. This would be stunning.
Yep.
Stunning.
Yeah, very pretty.
Yep.
Whether you did navy with the green stripe or green with the navy stripe.
Classic. Absolutely classic.
Do what you prefer. But anyway, keep it in mind. And if you're up for a knit along, we'd love to have you join us, right?
Yes, I will be sending out an email. Speaking of knit alongs, Knit Collage is hosting their spring knit along. She asked that, she's going to be putting the kits on sale starting tomorrow, which I hope this video will go live. And if you are interested in one and you don't go directly through her and you'd like to support me, I will be allowed to sell them the day after they go live. I will try to get the kit that you want.
Be prepared to have more than one choice, though.
Yes.
Right.
Usually we say,
what
give us your
happens.
top 3. I might say in this event, give us your top 5. She asked that we not promote ahead of time. I know that you may have seen it promoted elsewhere. But
they can't be ordered until they can't order them until, they're out for sale.
Through the shops.
Correct.
Yeah. So either go direct or feel free to call me and I'll be happy to place your order.
Too much info, Dina.
I know,
don't
sorry.
know.
It's a lot of knit alongs.
No, I mean, it's a lot of knitting, but that's fun. That's what we do. That's what we love.
Listen, not everything is going to be for everyone that's on the table here.
No,
Somebody might just like shawls. Somebody might want to do a sweater.
I like everything.
You might have a problem.
We know I have a problem, Dina. We're not just finding that out.
No.
Anyway.
I have too many things on my needles, and I guess I'm feeling a little anxious because I want to... I know that
I think you'll feel better if you finish something before you cast on this knit along. So I
thought
think
you were going to
should...
say, I think you'll feel better if you just cast something new on.
Well, you'll feel better with that, too. I mean, you probably will.
I think I will. I should just get over it.
You really should. I mean,
So
what? Listen, it's not like you only always have one whip.
I'm going home with a kit tonight.
You have multiple whips.
I'm casting on.
You can't cast on.
I am.
You know, it's not time to start yet.
I might just cast on.
Nah, you can do that. We'll let you do it. But don't be ahead of everybody now.
Well, I was thinking about that because we are starting with a different kind of shaping at the top.
Yeah, but still. Okay. Like you couldn't do that.
I think it would be easier if we had already done it before talking about it on the knit-along. This way we could advise.
There you go.
Maybe. All right.
We'll see.
To be determined.
To be determined. Well, I think that's it.
That's a wrap.
If you like us, if you enjoy the podcast, hit that subscribe button.
This way you get notifications.
Ring the bell.
Yes.
Whatever they say, ring the bell. If you're on Instagram, share. Again, we know that liking doesn't just do it anymore. It's got to be...
Share with your friends.
Shared. What is it? Shared and then something and then... I don't even remember now the algorithm. They change everything.
I'd have to look at the phone, to be honest with you.
I think liking it is like the third one. It's sharing it. I can't remember what the next one is.
Do you know where my phone is? Oh, here it is.
I don't remember now. I don't remember. Do you remember?
It's share. No. First you save it.
Oh, you save it. That's what it is.
Isn't that a pretty new sweater by This Bird Knits? That's going to be coming out. So this here is the save button. So if you like it, save it. Let's see if I can save it for you online.
Oh, is she?
It's not working. Then you could share it. That's the airplane.
Like
then
here's Dina.
Comment.
Dina posted the Marseille sweater. So you could save it to your favorites so you can always find it with that little flag thing.
Is it coming up?
Yeah, it's right there, the flag thing. You want me to hit it?
Yeah, see if you can hit it.
Hold on, I gotta get it.
I want them to see. There it goes. Did you see it drop down?
Yep.
That's the save.
And you can create files within that if you want it in a particular place. But
right.
If you want to find it, then I go to these three buttons up here. If I can get them to go. There you go. And that's not right. No, the bars. It's not that. I have to go to the bars, right, Dana? We had this on the podcast. You think we would know how to do it?
A few podcasts ago.
I don't even know, but I know I can find it. But in any event,
message us.
Yeah,
we'll be happy to share.
There's that. There's comments. There's the heart. Do whatever makes you happy. Just do it. Don't know.
Just do it. This is not a Nike commercial.
Anyway. It's time to go home.
Yes, it's late. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope to see you next week.
Absolutely.
Keep on knitting. Bye.